Hey guys, today I'm doing a quick get ready with me, just an everyday makeup look that I do wear on a regular basis. I'm just going to be using a mixture of high-end and drugstore products. So yeah, if you want to watch me get ready, then stick around. All right, first things first, I'm going to start with the Benefit Porefessional. This is a mattifying primer. I do like a little bit of this in my T-zone. I'm not terribly oily, but I just put a little bit on my chin, around my nose, and then a little bit in the forehead. I do think it does. I do think it helps a little bit. Then next primer, I'm going to go in with a couple different ones. The next one, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Glotion. This is kind of a glowy primer. This is a 902 Light Glow. So I do go in with a little bit of this. I do like a dewier look. That's just me. So I do put this everywhere. I know people don't like to be shiny, but I want the mattifying of the skin for my pores. And then I want to bring back some dewiness with this primer. So it just gives a little sheen to the skin, not much. And then last primer, I'm going to go in also with the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And then this just looks like a little putty. I just take a little bit like this, kind of fill in the pores again in my T-zone. I don't have huge pores, but just like right around my nose, and I have this going on, so we're just gonna kind of smooth everything out just in the T-zone. And that is it for primer. So I'm gonna go next. I always do the skin before I do the eyes. So I'm gonna do foundation first. Today I'm using the ESTE LAUDER Double Wear foundation, and I am in the shade 1W2 Sand. I need more of this, I'm almost out. I do love this foundation. I normally wear the L'Oreal Infallible for day-to-day, but since I am a little bit self-tanned, I am gonna go in with the Double Wear right now. It's a little bit more my shade right now. So I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics airbrush foundation brush. And then I'm just gonna dab a little bit on my brush and then just kind of dab this all over. I don't want a full coverage today, so we're just gonna do a little bit. We can always go in and add more. I feel like I haven't worn foundation forever because I am a hygienist and we have to wear a mask all day long right now. So I barely even bother putting any makeup on. And I do cover the eyes. I do not use an eyeshadow primer. I do like to just cover any redness or veins with my foundation and concealer. So just a nice light base is all I'm looking for today. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm using the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This is in the shade number 3. Sorry, that's not focusing. I just do a little bit under the eyes, kind of drag this down. I will do a little in the center of my face and on the chin. Might go a little bit around the nose too, just because I have a blemish over there, just to kind of brighten. I also do always get the corners of my eyes. This looks kind of crazy, but we will blend it all out. Today I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of stipple and blend this out. Sometimes I use a dampened sponge, but today we're just going to use the same brush. And then we just kind of stipple and pounce this in. You don't want to drag because that's going to take off the product, all the product you just laid down. I do take this over my eyelid just to conceal any, again, redness or veins, and this is a perfect eyeshadow primer. Same thing over on this eye. Get this all blended in. And then around the nose where you get any redness, women are hormonal and we tend to get more redness on our chin and around our nose area. So make sure you get those spots if you have issues in those areas. All right, that looks pretty good. So next I'm gonna go in and set that for under the eyes. I'm gonna use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and this is a pressed powder in the shade Diffused Light. And I'm just gonna go in with this Morphe M438 brush, little dome shape. I just go in with this. And I just tap, 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 and a little over the eyelids. This is just gonna set everything in place so that it doesn't move. Same under this eye. You do want to set these areas where you use cream products, otherwise they will crease and they will smudge. You will get greasy and it will not last throughout the day. So then I also am going to take this around the nose, brighten on the nose a little bit. Center of the forehead, I just kind of tap a little there, and on the chin. And then I will go in and set the rest of my face using a powder all over. I'm gonna use a loose powder today. I'm gonna go in with, this is the shade 05 Fair with the Maybelline Fit Me. It's just a pressed powder. So I'll just put a little bit into the cap. And then I'm gonna take, this is just a Real Techniques powder brush, just a big brush. I just kind of get a little bit of product, and then I'll just kind of swirl this around very gently. I don't want a ton of powder on. And then just a small brush on the forehead. I do take this over the eyelids, so those are set and ready for eyeshadow. All right, typically I go in and do the rest of my face makeup right now, but I think I'm gonna go and switch to the eyeshadow. We're not gonna do much for eyeshadow today. Maybe just a bronzer in the crease and then kind of like a gold shimmer on the lid. So real quick for my eyebrows, I'm just gonna take a spoolie, get some of the foundation out of my brows. I typically don't fill my brows in. Wow, that makes a huge difference. Typically don't fill my brows in. They are pretty dark. Sometimes I fill in the sparse areas, like in the front if there's a special occasion or if I'm wearing more makeup. But just for day to day, I don't think I'm gonna do much with my brows. All right, that's a little better. Okay, so let's see. For bronzer in the crease, I'm gonna go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer. And just any fluffy brush I'm gonna use. This is by Morphe. This is a Jeffree Star JS8. Just a fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna go in the crease just to give it some dimension. Don't have to be too precise with it. I am pretty sloppy with this. Do the same over here. Just kind of windshield wiper motions, and I do also swirl. Just kind of get it all over color to start. I'll build this color up until I feel like I have the amount that I want. Today we're doing a very basic look, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with this. Just didn't want to leave the eyes completely bare. Okay, and then real quick for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take like a shadow brush and then just do a little bit on the bottom. just to kind of connect the two and soften the look. You don't have to do this on the bottom, but I like to. Just to kind of connect the two. Okay, and then for a lid color, like I said, this look is super simple. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with any gold shade you have. I like to use brown in the crease and gold on the lids just for an everyday easy look. I'm gonna go in with another shadow brush, just like a flat brush. And then I'm gonna use this highlighter from this Maybelline Master Bronze palette. The shade way over here. Just gonna kind of go in there and place this on the lid. If you do want a more shimmery, saturated look, you can wet your brush with any setting powder, even just water, and this will show up much more shiny and pigmented. Today I'm just doing a light look, so I'm just gonna use regular shadow. I'm not gonna wet my brush at all. If I was looking for long wear or I was going out for the evening, I would wet my brush, but that is good enough to me. And then I'm gonna go back in with my blending brush and just kind of clean out that crease again. And easy peasy. All right, next I'm gonna take a little bit of liquid eyeliner, and I'm gonna use this. This is a tattoo liner by Kat Von D, just a skinny fine tip here. And then I'm just gonna do a thin line on the upper lash line just to kind of define the eyes a little bit more. Don't have to be real precise. I do a super thin line. You can use eyeshadow for a black liner. You can use gel liner. I just like the pen form. I feel like it's super slick. You don't have to redip and redip, you just draw it on. So I will just kind of line. Mine's kind of dying. All right, that looks pretty good. You can do the bottom too if you want, but I typically don't. I am though gonna go in with a little bit of pencil liner and then just do my tight line on the top. And I'm gonna use the Revlon Color Stay Micro. This is a precision gel liner, and mine is just in a brown, 215 brown. So this is really tiny, just a pencil. And I'm just gonna put this up on my waterline. Tight line. Sometimes I do this on the bottom too if I want a more dramatic look, but today we're just doing simple. This just kind of fills in any gaps or spaces that might be between your lashes to make the band look a little thicker and fuller. You want to do this especially if you're going to wear false lashes. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara last. So let's jump back to the face. I am gonna bronze using my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. And this is in the shade number 5. Looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with this stipple brush. This is just a Wet n Wild, it's a cheap brush from Walmart. I'm just gonna go in, swirl, and warm up the face. I do the temples of the forehead, on my cheekbones. You don't have to be real precise with this either. You can go in and chisel out your cheeks with contour, but for right now, we're just gonna bronze. Anywhere the sun would naturally hit. I know people get afraid to put this on their cheekbones, but I do, because the sun comes down, it hits your forehead, it does hit your cheeks. So I do like to put it a little bit up on my cheeks. That's the fun thing about makeup. You don't have to be super precise. It's however you like it. So once I feel like I don't really contour my nose, so I do just kind of hit the sides, warm that up a little on my chin, and then a little on my jawbone. Nothing real precise. Then I'm gonna go in and contour today. I am gonna use the Tarte Park Ave Princess Bronzer. Just looks like this. This is matte, it does not have any shimmer. And then I'm gonna use this kind of thin dome shaped brush. This is also a Wet n Wild brush. I just go in with a little of this. Tuck in the hollows of my cheeks. And just define that a little bit more. Again, you can sweep it down the sides of the nose. If you want to be more precise, you can use something like an eyeshadow brush, but I typically do not contour my nose. I'm just not that picky about it. All right, that looks pretty good. You can always go in and add more. Blush, I'm gonna go to the ColourPop Between the Sheets blush. This is a cream blush. These are super cheap. They're like $5 at Ulta, and they are so good. So it's kind of a shimmery mauve color. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Eco Tools angled brush and just kind of dip in the pan and stipple this on. I love cream bronzers for summer. They're just so flattering, and I like that you can build on top of them. I do sometimes add a color on top. I think I will today. Just kind of stipple this on. I do put a little on my nose and on the chin, just kind of get everything all together. Then I am going to top it off with, I think I'm going to use this LA Girl blush. And this is in the color Just Glowing. My lid's all broken off, but it's just this nice pretty sheen. It kind of reminds me of the NARS Orgasm blush, which is amazing. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this. This is very heavy blush, very pigmented. I mean, you only need a little bit. And then I'm just going to top and set that blush like that. I also love the drugstore option Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Super pretty for summer as well. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little highlight. I'm gonna use my DIOR Backstage Glow Face Palette in the shade 01 Universal. And it has 4 shades in it. So these two are technically called a blush. And then the top 2 are like strobe colors for highlighting. So you can mix them all together if you want a highlight like that, or I usually just use the top 2 colors for my highlight. And I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M510 brush, kind of a dome shape brush, and then I literally just swirl these 2, tap off, and do a little bit of highlight there. Same on this side, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and then I also do under the brow. This ties in really nice with our gold eyeshadow, and then I sometimes do a little bit on forehead. You can do the chin if you want. You just kind of messily put it everywhere, but I love a glow, especially in the summer. Okay, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I just use a regular Revlon eyelash curler, nothing too fancy. Give them a good curl. I curl them really good right at the base, couple good squeezes, and then I also go about 2/3 the way to the bottom, or to the tip, and give them another good squeeze. I'm trying a new mascara today. This is by the brand Unique. I've never tried anything from them. Ooh. Okay. This is the Unique Moodstruck Epic Mascara, and mine is in the shade Black, and it's waterproof. So let's see what this looks like. Just a normal brush. Looks pretty normal, pretty comparable to my L'Oreal mascara, Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. So we'll give this a try. I just start at the base of my lashes, kind of wiggle and then pull up. That way I get in between every lash. And this is kind of thickening and lengthening. So far, so good. I've worn mascara forever. So far, so good. I like it. We'll do a little bit on the bottom. You can go in with more than one coat. I typically do just one coat of mascara. It depends on the kind of mascara. I don't like when it gets all thick and clumpy. So I am just gonna go in with one coat right now since this is my first time using this. And same on the left eye. Get a little on the eyelid, but we will let that dry, and then we'll take a Q-tip and it'll come right off. Do not try to wipe off mascara smudges when it's wet. Let it dry. It will not ruin your eyeshadow. It will not ruin your face makeup. Be patient. Let the mascara dry, and then it will come off with a Q-tip once it is completely dry. Do not be in a hurry. Okay, so far, that looks pretty good. All right, so we have lips last. So let's do, I'm just gonna do something basic today. I like the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mannequin. Nice nude everyday color. Today I'm also gonna do, this is also like similar nudes. You can tell I like those. This is just from the drugstore, Revlon Just Bitten Kissable. This is a balm stain, and this is in the shade Precious. So it's just like a jumbo crayon. And I'm not doing liner or anything like that. This is just day to day. Something nourishing. It's a little bit of color. I didn't do a bold look today. And this is nice just for every single day. If you want, there's a little bit of sheen to it. If you want a little extra bit of gloss, you can go in. This is just a clear Wet n Wild lip gloss. I'll just put a dab of this on there. And there's a little shine, not much. Yeah, this is my everyday look. Oh, better get rid of some of that. Let me see if I have a Q-tip. Yep. Okay, so I just let the mascara dry, and then I go in also on my eyelid like this, and it comes right off. Also gonna take my little fluffy brush, and there you have it. That is my everyday easy makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.